What's up, guys, and welcome back to Late Night with Lumberjack Cracks. And I am coming in with my second game for tonight, and it is Mario Power Tennis on the Nintendo Gamecube. I love any Mario sports game because they are made to be fun, and I think every video game should be fun before they are anything else. And here was a really long animation. It was playing while I was trying to set this up, and I'm not gonna let this all play out, but I'm gonna ramble a little bit. What's up, Adam? Nice to see you joining. But yeah, so before all of these Mario sports games on the GameCube, they have an obscenely long animation, which they're all really nice. I spent a lot of time as a kid watching these animations just because it was like a little cartoon, and you didn't really get to see Mario be a character after the Mario Super Show ended, and these are on-model Mario characters. These mostly feature Wario and Waluigi just doing stupid hijinks, and then at the end Mario usually shows up and kills Bowser or whatever. But I'm not drinking tonight. I'm drinking water. I just put a little lemon juice in it. That's it. But anyway, I think we've seen enough of this cartoon. Let's get on with some gameplay. I guess I'm creating a memory slot. Didn't do that already. And I don't have to turn up the music. This is great. So all these games actually have little mini games, reasons to keep playing. But we're just gonna do a little exhibition to start it off. I'm gonna go with Koopa Troopa. Let's play some singles. Let's work on some Fat War. Let's beat them down. So I'm pretty decent at tennis games, so let's try playing pro. So you have your basic stadium like in all of these games, but since there's a difference between just a regular concrete court and a clay court and a grass court in tennis, they have 3 versions of the Peach Dome. But then we have the Luigi's Mansion Court, Delfino Plaza, Wario Factory, Blooper Court, and Donkey Kong Jungle Court. And all these have weird gimmicks in them, like all of the other Mario games. It shows it up in the corner whether or not they have gimmicks and what the other modes are available. I think there's one with items, and there's another one where you have to shoot through rings. And then Adam says Mario Soccer. Yeah, Mario Strikers was a really good game. I really like the one on the Wii. I think that one's the definitive version. This game actually has a Wii port. There's a lot of games that got Wii ports, and this was one of them. So you basically could just flick your wrist to hit the ball instead. So I'm going to play on the basic court first. We'll go with grass. Or we'll just go standard. We'll play 1 set, 2 games to win, just to get things rolling, and then we'll start introducing some of the crazy stuff. But I'm gonna play this game until I get bored with it, and then we'll move on to the final game of the night.
Final set, Koopa to serve.
Ugh. I'm actually gonna have to try pretty hard to beat these hard computers. So I really like the detail of Koopa going into a shell to move quickly across the court. Blew the chance to smash it down. And this is the one thing that I don't actually care for. in the Mario Sports games is the power-ups. Because the gameplay is generally fun, and then when you add in the power-ups, it just is kind of cheap and unbalanced. Because sometimes some characters are just so much better because of the power-up that they have. I believe in this one, you basically have the opportunity to either hit like any ball that you'll normally miss, or you have your power shot version. Not doing good on the far side of the screen. It's always a big adjustment, and I am probably gonna lose to Wario here. We're not gonna play on Pro next time. Alright. We're gonna... Do you like Mario Golf? That is one of the games that I had when I was a kid. And I sold it with like 20 other GameCube games to buy an Xbox 360. In hindsight, I completely regret doing that. But, you know, when you're a high school student and you don't have a job and you really want to play Xbox, it's the only thing you can do. Take your massive GameCube collection, cut it down to like 6 games, and sell all the good ones. And Mario Golf did not make it. I felt like I played that game to death, and I never wanted to return to it. Let's pick a new character. So I'm gonna go with Yoshi. We're gonna do a doubles game. Who's a good partner? I already got the speed, so let's put Boo on the team. I'm not gonna give myself the best. So let's go with Bowser Jr. He's a fun guy. I like Bowser Jr. A lot of people don't like Bowser Jr., but I grew up with him being a fun character. Gonna confuse things a little bit and have a good guy and a bad guy versus a good guy and a bad guy. And just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy, says Zangief. Oh yeah, you can turn the power shots off. I'm gonna leave them on for this one. Let's play to 6 games. It was too short last time. And this one's probably gonna take like 30 minutes. So tennis is probably one of my other favorite versions of or favorite sports to play in a video game. Basketball is definitely number 1, and it's probably between hockey and tennis after that. And depending on the football game, like Blitz it. Oh, I was thinking singles court. I didn't even go for it. Quarterback Club looks different. Is this PS2 version? Yeah, this is the PS2 version of Quarterback Club. So, Earl Gamer, just to clarify, I did tell Tom he needs to bring Quarterback Club to Demon Tap on Monday, so we should be seeing that on Monday. There's just so much demand for it. I would love to see everybody play that. Yoshi's not cutting it for me. Okay, so B is to do the speed shot, and that's what I just did. Did I just change the camera? I didn't even know I could do that. Holy crap, it's a whole new world. Boo, that was your ball, and you couldn't even do it? Man. Best tennis... Oh, I was looking at the chat. Damn it. Best tennis game was on the Dreamcast. I forget the name, but it had a sim, but you had to play. It was Virtual Tennis. That is the game you were thinking of. It did have a sequel. In Japan, it was called Virtual Tennis 2. Here it was called Tennis 2K 2, I think. Going with the Sega Sports name instead of going with its actual game name. I don't know why it didn't go with the arcade name, because Virtual Tennis was a pretty popular game as far as I'm concerned. I don't trust Boo. This shot is bullshit. I'm gonna lose this whole frickin' thing because of it. Yes, Virtual Tennis was the shiz. I agree. That's actually probably my favorite tennis game. So they did actually just put out a Mario Tennis game on the Switch. Mario Tennis Aces. And it looks like it's supposed to have a more... Like, it has all the crazy stuff that Mario sports games usually have, but it also looks like it should be a more competitive game. The trailer for the game has Roger Federer facing off against Mario in a polo and a visor. Alright, Boo. You're gonna have to pick up my slack. See, these power shots just get ridiculous. I feel like I'm watching anime where we're all doing our special moves back and forth to each other with these stupid cutscenes and not seamless gameplay. I am just getting smashed. I'm gonna have to turn them down another notch. Maybe I could do it in a one-on-one match, but I just don't feel like I'm picking up the slack here. Oh, bad read by me. Left the whole right side of the court open. Why did the ball just stop dead in its tracks? Is it because it's a clay court? I don't know how that works. Never actually played tennis on a court that was made out of anything other than concrete. How about you take this, you little punk? Fascinating, Road Gamer. Fascinating. Adam says Boo sucks. Yeah, Boo's not doing it for me. Yoshi's also slower than Koopa. And Koopa is my character. We got 5 people watching, 2 people commenting. You know, the stream will be more interesting if you guys participate. We got our regulars on the stream right now. I'm curious to know who you guys are out there in TV land. What is up, Infamous Smoke? We got 3 regulars in the chat right now. And then Infamous Smoke's apologizing for not talking. It's okay. I'm only harassing you guys to talk to me because it definitely will be more interesting. I am not drinking right now too, so it's I'm not gonna say crazy things like I normally do. Honestly, I've never gone back to those streams where I just get trashed and play games. late night before, so I have no idea what I said or ever say. It's King LJC's smoke. Adam asks, where's Tom? Tom is at home sleeping. He's a real adult with real responsibilities. I am a child with child responsibilities. Maybe child with adult, semi-adult responsibilities. I don't know. Drunk streams are the best streams. Yeah, I mean, I would be drinking right now, but I told myself I would go on a diet, trying to lose some weight, trying to be a better me, you know? There's only so long you can be a buffoon, and it's gonna be a process to not be a buffoon, and so I got some nice water with me. Hopefully this shot's over to Boo and not me, and I screwed up. Okay, cool. I like how Luigi pulls out his vacuum. It's very on model for the Nintendo Gamecube. And we got trounced on. I'm gonna take a nice sip of water here. Rogue Gamer says buffoonery is golden. Rogue Gamer says this is Quarterback Club 3, Smoke. Smoke says Quarterback Club with a racket. Vodka water, you say, Lumberjack? Yeah. Vodka water. It's actually water that I put lemon juice in, and you know, it's really getting me going. I feel wasted. Okay, let's go back to my boy in a singles matchup. We're gonna change stuff up. We're gonna play against Bowser on Expert, take down the big Twiddle, but we're gonna play on one of the fun courts. And by fun, probably annoying. Whoa, not 3 sets. I'm at 6 games. Should I turn off the power shots? I don't really like the power shots. Let's try it without the power shots. Yeah, we already got the crazy crap going on the court. The king told me this is Quarterback Club 3, and the king has honor integrity. That I do. Oh, I remember this one. This is annoying. So the gimmick here is wherever the ball hits, puts a ghost onto the field, and the way to get rid of the ghost is to hit the light switch on the opposite side. So the ghost will like grab you and stop your movement. So I'm just gonna hang in the backcourt. Oh god, so many ghosts! These long volleys are brutal. I was aiming for the light. Got a fault. At least it wasn't a double fault. There's bananas on the court too. Dropped by the ghosts. Maybe they don't grab you and they just drop bananas, and that's annoying. Is this even tennis anymore? Hey, do you ever try ESPN Sunday Night NFL for your tournament? That's something that we could definitely consider. It's a good game. It's worth trying. So if you hit Z, you actually switch views, so I can always stay in the front court. That's great. Man, I am making this game look like a pile of dog crap. think I suck at this. I do remember getting this game for either my birthday or Christmas and not playing it all that much. This is one of those games that because we used to play GameCube games all the time when we'd have family come over, because I had 4 controllers, and I got this one later on. I was like, oh, I'd play this when people come over. And then I think it was like within the year that I got the Xbox 360, so I stopped playing this, and I didn't really play it much on my own, probably because I suck at it, and it's not virtual tennis. Oh man, you guys are talking while I'm trying to not lose to Bowser, even though I'm losing to Bowser. How dare you badmouth Link? He's a saint, says Smoke. So yeah, so many ghosts. And I'll get to the rest of the chat in a second here. Got 7 people watching. That's pretty impressive for the middle of the night. I am really looking forward to playing the last game that I have set up, and it will be the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I've played through the DS ones on this Late Night with Lumberjack Cracks, and now I'm gonna go to the PlayStation ones because it's a system that I have set up right over here. And I am actually playing off of original hardware for the first time in these late night streams. I've actually only played on emulator just because it was convenient. NFL Inside Fever on Xbox would be cool to play on Monday nights one week. That's yeah, we can. I really want to bring the Xbox out to Demon Tap. I have a strong desire to have at least a joke of a tournament in Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. And so once the Xbox is there, we can play any sports game that is on there. So that can be something that we can do. Link was cool until he... yeah, cool. Link's wearing skinny jeans now. Not a let. Smoke says, I actually have this game on GameCube. What are your feelings on this game then, Smoke? Because I seem to be terrible at it. And maybe I shouldn't be playing on the second to hardest difficulty after not playing it for years. And that might be my fault. Because these games do get challenging. Gamer says, me and 6 Russian bots watching right now. That's... I mean, the Russian bots don't get seen on the view count. They're all around us all the time. Cold War lives on. Okay, let's try to get aggressive in front of the net! I need to score a point. I don't think I've scored a point in like the last 2 games. Link is trying to stay hip for a young generation. I don't see the skinny jeans. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you played Breath of the Wild? You could run around in just boxer shorts in that game too. It's a beautiful game. Adam says NBA Hang Time. That is one that's actually sitting at the bar. That one could just be plugged in. The problem is I'm the one, me and Tom are the ones that are the most interested in basketball. And so the other guys that are at Demon Tap typically will lean towards NES games. And once Tom leaves the bar, we don't really play the games that I think are the most interesting. So that's why we got Late Night with Lumberjack Cracks. We could just sit back, play a Mario game. I'm sure you guys love this. watching me get destroyed by the computer, watching me be bad at video games, bad at talking. I'm being touched by a ghost right now. That's pretty cool. This is my longest volley yet. I think my issue is I'm not charging up my shots. And I just tried to charge up my shot and I taunted, and that's why I blew it right there. And Bowser's serving. But whether I'm ready or not, sorry, I can't read the chat right now. Tony Hawk will be better for me talking to the chat. Link has a beard and glasses and drinks IPA. Smoke says, it pisses me off. I played it a week ago with my friend and we both sucked. We're rusty. Once we got the hang of it, it was okay. And I think that's the thing. This one actually has more of a learning curve than I was expecting. Because Virtual Tennis basically has 2 button presses. It has hard, hit, and lob. And it's based off of timing and positioning. And this one has the hard hit and the lob. Or the regular hit and a lob. But the other problem is there's a charge shot. And if you don't do the charge shot, you basically don't hit it hard enough to get past the harder computer. So, I don't know. I think that's probably why I didn't play this game all that much. Because I didn't want to play it enough to get good at it. But after getting dominated, I'm going to play a minigame. Hit balls of paint to color the picture. So these are up to 4 players. I think they all have to be human players. So this might not be all that interesting. But I'm gonna give it my best, damn it. Okay, I got super lucky with the colors there. I got a blue-ass Mario now. You have to be really good at positioning the ball to actually do this. I got probably the easiest things to hit so far. Maybe I'm not even hitting the right lob button. These all seem to hit it at the same velocity. How the hell do you even play these games? For hard to paint high areas, try A, B, A then B. Oh, you freaking kidding me? So there's button combinations that you have to hit. I didn't even know this. Alright, I need to get rid of this. Sorry, I don't know if you guys wanted to watch that, but I don't think you did. I need Quarterback Club in my life, Smoke. Only played Quarterback Club on Mondays at Demon Taps for the rest of the weeks. Anything else? Look, I told Tom we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it on Monday. It'll be there for you. I would love to play it. I also think if you like Quarterback Club so much for the quarterback challenge, we might as well do a track and field game because those are awesome. I don't know how you feel about track and field games, but it's basically the Quarterback Club, but I actually think they're a little bit better. And there is a Mario Sonic at the Olympics game. That is a track and field game. That is a good game. I don't know how you feel about it, but I love it. But it's got Mario in it. So, eat that. Who didn't we not see? Let's get Daisy out on the court. Sorry I'm delayed on the chat here. It's hard to play tennis and actually read chat. I don't remember Mario and Quarterback Club 9. Adam asks me, do I like BMX on the PS2? I remember playing the Dave Mirra games. and I did enjoy them. Basically, any of the extreme sports games I would dabble in because I loved Tony Hawk so much. The Dave Mirra one was awesome because it had a ragdoll feature that was really fun. Slam the ghosts. They escape from their portraits. That sounds stupid. Okay, tic-tac-toe. Most of these look like they would be fun if I were playing 4-player. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to play against the computer on an easier difficulty and see if I stand a chance. I'll look away from the screen, pick a random... No, we've seen enough of you. We're going to play on intermediate! Bro Gamer says, BMX Quarterback Club Extreme was cool. No, Quarterback Club or we riot. Bro Gamer says, track and field and Olympics. I agree. Yeah, those are great games. They're fun. There's a good one on the Dreamcast. It's the Sydney one. Let's try to play at a different court. So I think the Donkey Kong Country one is not that bad. Let's read these control options real quick. Maybe I should be on the easy control options. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, I think. Kevin asks, favorite Tony Hawk Pro Skater game? My favorite one has to be Tony Hawk Underground. I had played so much of that game. Probably, I played more of Tony Hawk Underground 2, but I played online from the moment those games came out until the next one would come out. That was like my go-to game when I was younger. I picked up NFL Game Day 2005 on PS1 the other day. Strange fact, it didn't come out on PS2 though. Yeah, so the PS1 games had a really long life cycle going into the PS2. I mean, it's usually due to the user base just being there. And I'm assuming what happened was they had the ability to make that game easier because they had the engine already built. And they didn't want to make a new one, so they knew people would buy it because they just had a PlayStation 1. And also the PlayStation 2 played PlayStation 1 games. So it's not that hard to make the switch. I'm occupying Demon Tap until they play The People Demand and let Brian win. So I'm being slowed down by... I don't remember what these alligator enemies are. You have to hit the lightning bolt in the center to get it off of you. And I tried to get it there. Oh, yeah, I won my first game! Oh my god. Brian is the internet champion like Zack Ryder. Oh god. Can't read the chat when the computer has the serve. Usually I think Nintendo has the best music, but right now I'm hating it. Hating Quarterback Club 5. The problem with these Mario sports games is there are a lot of repetitive sounds. So you get the repetitive music, and then you get the repetitive noises of the two players hitting the ball back and forth to each other. There we go. Finally got rid of those alligators. We might see our first deuce. NFL Game Day was 2004 was on PS2. I didn't even know that. So that's really weird. I don't... Maybe they just released the same game with updated rosters? I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just playing a Mario Tennis game and speculating about shit I don't even know. Pro Gamer said, "You know Retro's gonna kill everybody in Quarterback Club. You should practice." Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what's gonna happen. So Tom's not gonna be good immediately, and then he's just gonna dominate everybody. The nice thing about everybody at Demon Tap is they're good at picking up stuff pretty quickly, so maybe that won't happen. I, for one, am not awesome at picking it up, but I think you've seen the Quarterback Club one that Tom and I did a while back, and it ended poorly for me. Okay. Adam says, "I like Sonic better." Did you grow up with the Sega? Because I think that's the way that you choose to like Sonic more than Mario. Mario. From a personal perspective, I think Mario is a better designed game. I played the hell out of the Dreamcast era Sonic games on the Gamecube, so I have a strong love for Sonic. I always liked Sonic and Mario equally when I was a kid, but looking back at it now, I think Mario is the better game. Games like, I think the best retro Sonic game is Sonic Mania, which is not retro, but in a retro style. That game completely does it justice and shows it in a new light that makes it look modern. I mean retro, but also very modern. It's like if the Sega Saturn kept making good Sonic games instead of trying to do 3D to compete with Mario. Yeah, I didn't know that they kept making the Game Day series into the PS2 era. I had only really played Madden and the ESPN games. And Madden was awesome until they introduced QB Vision, and that's where it fell off for me. Funny story about Madden is I had a paper route when I was younger, and for my first paper route, the first check that I got from my paper route, somehow Tom convinced me that I really should buy Madden for the GameCube, and I got it home, and I realized, what have I done? I could have bought a better game, and then I cried my eyes out, and then I don't remember if we returned the game. And my parents were just like, "Oh, this is the wrong game." I don't remember how they got to return it, but we did return the game. It might have been traded in for a very low cost at GameStop just so that I could get other another game. You could turn off QB Vision. Yeah, you could turn off QB Vision. The problem is if you played online, you had to play with the default Madden rules. So it was basically like you couldn't turn off QB Vision. And I did play that game online because I did... So my cousin Sean, I would play Madden games on because that was the most accessible way to talk to him. Because he lives in Indiana. So I would play EA Sports games with him on PlayStation so that we could talk without paying long distance charges. Because calling Indiana was long distance. But yeah, but then you'd have to sit there and play with stupid QB vision. Eventually, I ended up just playing NHL with him. That was one of the few EA Sports games that I purchased to play, and not Tom on the PlayStation 2. I think it was the only one that I went to buy. Kevin says Tom is a horrible brother for that. Don't ever fall for his lies. College football was more to me than Madden. Yeah, the finally won my first one. Since I won that one, I'm gonna try bumping up the difficulty and then making sure that my controls are on easy, because I think that might have been what made the difference there, not the actual difficulty of the opponent. Who have we not seen yet? Let's get Waluigi out there. Give him some... Oh, wait, why am I Daisy again? It's probably because I won. Okay, I think this will be the last set that I'll play. Ah, crap. I did not do what I said I was going to do. Okay, we're playing on Expert again. Let's play at the Wario Court. Oh, wow, you guys are talking a lot while I was trying to figure out how to do stuff. Adam says, I agree with Rogue Gamer. NCAA football 2004 in that era, Kevin said. I believe you're talking about how that was the best college football game. Yeah, those games were great. I don't know why Madden never had the lateral that was in that game. And that was also back in the era where people would sell memory cards with all the players' names added to the game on eBay. That was a interesting time period. I mean, we never bought one of them. I think you could even download the roster names on the internet. Someone can fact check me on that if they want to. I've been playing NHL since the beginning and still killing it. I used to really love the NHL games. They were really good. And then I think the last one that I bought was the 2017 one, and I did not like it. They have changed the game to be way too simulation. You have to actually pay attention to where the puck is, and if you bump into someone, the puck will fly off of your stick, and you have to actually... I don't know. I don't like it. Smoke says he gets a star for winning. Thank you. I deserve a star. Let's not turn on the power shots. I think it's better without it. I'm gonna make sure my controls are still set to easy, and they're not. And now they are. Play QB Club Mario. Play NBA Street Volume 3 on Gamecube. It has Mario characters. Smoke, it's funny you say that, because that was the game I actually played right before this, and it's sitting right here. So, I'm sorry you missed out on that one. We played that for about an hour, and then I stopped and moved on to this game. But it's a good suggestion. Kevin says, yep, I had a local store that would sell a new NCAA football game for free. He'd give you the hacked player attributes. That shop closed down, and he now works for EA Canada. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear something like that came out of that. But that's amazing that the local store would actually sell those. It's I guess it's kind of like selling ROM hack cartridges at your game store. Rogue Gamer says, I'm retro, but I do like simulation. I take back the star. That is just my personal opinion. I'm not huge on simulation games. I like things that I consider to be fun. And I will complain to no end about simulation games. I understand the realism in liking the realism of the NHL games, but the thing is, if I want to play a realistic hockey game, I'm going to actually go and play hockey. But I'm bad at ice skating and playing hockey. I tried doing it once and it was terrible. I loved playing floor hockey, but that is a completely different beast. You gotta relearn how to move. Mario messed him up. He said it was quarterback clump too. Can't look at the chat. Gotta beat friggin' Waluigi. Put it over his head. That was because I learned how to do that in the mini game. Adam says, I remember my brother and my cousin would play against each other on Wayne Gretzky on the N64. They would get mad at each other and fight each other on the game. Yeah, that game is amazing, actually. But that is also an arcade game, so that's why I like it. I mean, it's all about the pacing. When you play a simulation game, they last too long, and they move a lot slower than arcade games, but you can still do an arcade game really. Oh, I tried to lob it over Waluigi's head again, and it didn't work. Okay, there we go. Sorry if I'm making weird noises directly into the microphone. I just realized I did one right there. I don't know how loud the game volume is either, so you might just be getting direct ASMR noises, little mouth smacks, little chews in front of the mic. That's not always pleasant. Adam says NCAA football 06. It's kind of annoying that they stopped doing the NCAA games, because people do like college sports. Not most. I don't know. There's a large group of people that like college sports games, or college sports over professional sports, and I understand that. You have more of an association with the actual players because they are going to that school and you actually feel like they belong. You have an attachment to all that and whatnot. I personally prefer professional sports over college sports for the opposite reason that people like college sports. I'm not. Oh, Rogue Gamer, you kill me. And I'm also gonna lose this game because I was trying to read the chat too hard. Oh, fuck. Screw you, Waluigi. You're a terrible person. So this court has a really interesting gimmick where it will change these conveyor belts based on what arrows are being hit, and each side has their own arrow. And I sliced it past him. Oh yeah. And I missed it. I like NFL better, but NCAA was more fun for guys. Hundreds of team options. Yeah, that's another advantage that I think you can get a more balanced gameplay that way too. If that makes any sense. Just because you could probably find one of those 100 teams or like another one of those 100 teams. Adam says NFL Street. Yeah, NFL Street is another game that I really enjoy playing, and I do not have it on the GameCube, and I do not have a PlayStation 2. That was one of the games that Tom had on PlayStation 2. He does have it still, but it's not on me right now. Pro Gamer said, I would pick a crappy college to become #1. It was very hard. Yeah, that's another thing. You can really challenge yourself. When I used to play NHL with my cousin, he was really good at the game, so we would stop picking the professional teams and we would start picking the national teams. And basically we would go with the ones with the worst overall. And the first time I ever beat him online was I picked Japan and I made him pick Great Britain. And the reason I won was because the Japanese team wasn't like very good, but they were super fast, and the Great Britain team were just like heavy slow guys. So I ended up dominating him because he just couldn't move versus my team. So I am enjoying this game a lot more when I change the controls to easy, so you don't have to do the charge shot. It'll just automatically do everything for you. That's more accurate to what virtual tennis is like. I went against the conveyor belt and I got him. Gamer says, I hate Quarterback Club. Don't play that game next, please. Oh, now if you say that, I'm going to have to look for it. I just realized I only took one game off of Waluigi. I thought I was doing better than that. I guess talking and playing is not my strong suit. As I've mentioned before in the past, I have a really bad attention span, so trying to talk and play a game is not the best when I don't have a muscle memory for it. And tennis is probably the fastest sport you can play. It's all about running back and forth, hitting the ball, thinking about where you're going to hit it in a split second against where your opponent's position is. It is one hell of a difficult game. Got him. That was easy. I'm going to make a sick comeback for this last game in Mario Tennis. We're coming up on 2 a.m. I didn't think I was going to run this long, but I guess I'm going to, because I'm going to play Tony Hawk for a while, probably. My tentative goal is going to be beat the game. That is going to be a little more difficult than I think it's going to be, because that game does not have manuals in it. So you can't combo the same way you could in later games. The manual was added in Tony Hawk 2, and then the revert was added in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. So you can't rack up points as much as you could in the later games. They get ridiculous combos. Kevin says, yes, let's go Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That will show up. Unlike the Monday night streams, I end the video and then have to set stuff up. So it will be like a 10-minute intermission. I have to grab the PlayStation and then set it up and change the overlay. And then maybe use the bathroom. I haven't been drinking much water. It's not as appealing as drinking alcohol. Oh, God. Maybe I could have one, you know? Just one. Rokamer says no, real life tennis takes hours. That is true, but that's because they play multiple sets. I'm only playing one set with 6 games. If we were playing 5 sets to 6 games, it would be too much. No one needs that much tennis in their life. So this game has taught me that I'm abysmal at this game. I have nothing interesting to say. I am so sorry that you guys are watching this. So I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And I hope you guys stick around. And that one will run probably around at least an hour. So I'll be back roughly at 2:05. But thanks for watching and see you soon.